Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. And tonight, we've got the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Miami Heat. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. And look at the Raptors. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
Seeing where Charlotte is now, they've proved the projection right. They are a dominant club, and they're going to be a tough out for anyone.
So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Kemp. De'Aaron Fox out there with starts. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Bridges in at the three, the small forward. And for the Hornets, MP out there with LaMelo Ball. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Miller. And it's Zawan in at the four slot. And Greg, here we are, not yet halfway into the season. For players, has the wear and tear already set in?
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of the season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you really quick.
Let me appeal on that shot. Ball's got the game going with this first points of the game for the Hornets.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
Back to Fox. Over Ball. Can't hit from the elbow. And here's Sharp. The question on everybody's mind is, will they surpass the 71-72 Lakers 33 wins in a row? We will see tonight.
Well, I don't say this lightly. This group could very well be one of the best teams I've ever seen. To win this many games in a row is unthinkable. And if I'm in the locker room coaching this group, the one thing I'd be telling my guys is not to get distracted by the record. Stay focused on tonight, just as we have throughout the streak.
Here Starks. Following the basket by MP. Upside count. Pass to Bridges. Now, here is Starks. Just 4 to shoot. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge. He said, we're dealing with maybe the fastest player in the league, so we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. We know they have their work cut out. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Now, here's MP. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Miller, the pass to MP. To the left wing. There's Ball with the three. Starks with the rebound. For Miami, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Adebayo. Fox from outside. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And what a dime from Bam. And he's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammate.
Here's Zawan. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
Both teams running perimeter plays that are working.
Well, you know, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shoot a steady fire from outside.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Starks outside. Puts it up from 15. Count that bucket. Starks has got his second basket of the game.
And Fox is a solid passer. Knows how to get the ball to his guys when they're ready to let it go.
Miller finds Allen. Over Adebayo. That's good from Allen on the assist by Miller.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps. And this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
Miller, no up. And so Fox will bring it up for the Miami Heat. It's a 5-point game. Ball against Starks. That's it. He's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You gotta love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Now, here's MP. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early.
And the foul call.
Oh, come on.
That is his first foul of the game. Adebayo passes to Starks. Adebayo. Fox kicks to Starks. Pass to Adebayo.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Now, here's MP. Following the miss by Bam Adebayo. Here's Salon. And it's the Hornets another 3.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Adebayo passes to Starks. Adebayo kicks to Starks. Shot clock at 5. Bridges a screen on MP. It's up a 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. They just didn't call.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Fox feeling it out a bit. They can't stop the run with that one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Ball, the bounce pass. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
And his teammates love this. When Allen is aggressive, trying to score, really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
And Allen drops them both. Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and, you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
Well, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
String of games he's put together here lately, averaging 23 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with the ball in his hands, he is an outstanding distributor.
Well, he is so unselfish. That's why guys love playing alongside him.
Now, Fox. Following the basket by MP. Starks outside. And the foul called on
Oh,
MP.
come on.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him 2 early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes in.
Now, here's Kemp. He has yet to score. The bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And now a glance at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top assist men over the past 10 games. MB is number 1.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than he might have thought possible.
Nice pass it in by Charlotte. Pass to Salon. Jacks up a 3. It's all in by Bam Adebayo.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Ogier Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother, and Kevin Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now, arguably, a top 25 player.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. He's checked in for the Hornets. And Miami with a change here, too. Woodbridge checked in. The Heat trail by 17. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against Miami got the job done. He scored 54 points, and it was the best work he's done on the glass this year. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and somebody's happy that he loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling factor.
Pass to Salon. Allen, a screen on Kemp. Salon drills it from outside. Salon's got 8 points.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Rupert to end the drought. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. 3. Fox has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's MP. It's hauled in by the Heat. Their last game, a win against Boston, hoping to carry it into this one.
And that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second series opportunities went to them.
Well, watching the film, I thought they did a great job playing with energy.
And that quick shot by Fox is something you know he has worked on religiously. Nice finish.
On the wing, Miller. Defended by Bridges. Allen with the screen for Miller. He hits the back iron and sets the shot. He has 7. Miami with the ball. They trail by 18. Fox passes to Adebayo. Back to Fox. Target with his 3.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's
so games, he has been remarkable. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Wilkins has checked in for Miller. And it's Fox with the ball for the Miami Heat. 19-point game. Launches it. Another miss by Fox.
On the glass so far, maybe he could be.
Pass to MP. From downtown. No good there. The Heat trail by 19. And here is Fox. 6 points for him. Latrain. Jared Allen grabs the miss. And that's right now for the Hornets. Here's Salon. Good in the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 4th assist in this one. And Miami shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Inside, here's Rupert. Nails the baby hook. Rupert's got 5 now.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And it's good, 2 points.
But when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Outside, Fox. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hornets pull it in. MP's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Salone. Back to MP. 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on to Aaron Fox.
You know, guys, there's really no substitute for the effort MP brings.
Free throw good, MP. Jackson, who's checked in for Miami. Starks comes in for De'Aaron Fox. And both free throws good for MP.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Pass to Jackson. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Moody with it. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
On the wing, Daniels. MP outside. There's the 3. And that's it for the first quarter. In what's been a very lopsided game. Hornets. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offense now.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Okushevsky is out there with Moses Moody. Then there's Starks. And it's Moore in at the shooting guard. That quick look, no good that time. And Miami shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Starks outside. And the Hornets making a change here. Miller's checked in. They set the pick. And it's Moore penetrating the rim rattling two-handed jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Now, here is Miller. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Heat in Miami.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And a moment here to find out what the news is out of the Western Conference. Johns Jelania is on the line. Johns, what do you have for me?
Thanks so much. For the Phoenix Suns creativity is
Who
just
is
not
Randall
it.
to the
They're
Suns?
thrilled to bring in
That's
Julius
kinda
Randle.
weird.
That move increases their physicality on both ends of the floor. He brings speed, strength, and a versatile scoring ability that should be a great fit for this team.
Thank you so much, John. We sure appreciate the update. Good work there as it goes. Solon's got 12 in the game. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hornets.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Dan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. That's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Krzyzewski can't hit.
And it's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
Shots hit by Miller.
This strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Well, he had gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Moore against MP. Can't hit the ball. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this one. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here Starks, following the basket by MP. Krzyzewski finds Moody. And he slams it down right on top of Brandon Miller.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And Solon gets it to go.
He's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Pass to Moody. Shoots it up. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 7 rebounds in the game. And while we got him on, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money. A star player for those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced the max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay than performance. Kevin?
I think, D.A., that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Now, here's MP. He's got 18, and that one is good.
And I'm loving the energy MP is attacking with. He's not giving this defense any room to breathe.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Moody. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Heat shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively. And the foul call on MP. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Adebayo finds Kemp. Bridges for 3. It's hauled in by MP.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Here's Miller. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Starks dishes to Kemp. It's rebounded by Charlotte. So Long's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Now we get a chance to check out LaMelo Ball. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. Third in three-point field goal percentage, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And he's the type of three-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage. Mitchell, he's checked in for Ball. And both free throws good for MP.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Here Starks. He's got 8. Pass to Kemp. To halt the run. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Assisted by Starks.
Last outing for Charlotte. They won that game against the Heat in Miami. Miller against Bridges. Here's Salon. Mitchell outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Miami's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Dan. It's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
And again, the Hornets missing. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Miami. Heat moving the ball around. Starts the pass to Adebayo. It's rebounded by Song. Song's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And they pick up 2.
Got 26 in the first
And
half.
of the last 6 baskets,
This might be
5
another
have come
50-point
on the
game,
interior.
especially if
This
I'm
is just
playing
smash
every
mouth
single
physical
minute of the
basketball,
game.
guys.
Now, here's Fox. 8 points for him. Here's Bridges. And he converts the layup.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close range shot.
Mitchell kicks to Allen. Here's Salon. He's covered by Kemp. 13 feet away. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bridges passes to Kemp. And slam dunk by Kemp.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Allen outside. Driving to the basket. And Allen slams it in.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now, here's Fox. He was a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game.
Oh, perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
MP outside. Bridges against Miller. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Miller's got 12 points in the game.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
On the basket by Starks.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Charlotte has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Salon. Trains it from the alley. Salon's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Charlotte.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Back to Fox. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same look from deep in this
Got
one.
28.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Oh, no, I put it before foul. Yeah. I gotta stop reaching in. So I'm just getting called for fouls
Heat
and
also
shit.
with the sub. Rupert's checked in. We've got 1:48 left now here on the second. Kemp passes to Bridges. side, Fox. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Hands it from downtown. Fox has got 5 points now this quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Mitchell outside. Here's Salon. Good. It's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
That's his 5th three-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's been producing a fair amount of offense 9 in and 9 out as he's averaging 14 points a game. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Adebayo's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Charlotte's gone 4 of 7 on 3-point shots in the 2nd quarter. Mitchell against Fox. Mitchell passes to Allen. Here's Salon. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Fox passes to Kemp. Wilkins against Bridges. Adebayo with this screen on Wilkins. Basket made, just his 2nd this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
A legitimate threat to burn you from that mid-range. Bridges recognizes when he should take that shot.
Mitchell kicks to MP.
I'm going to take foul shot.
Takes a 3. And that one that is in time, but no good. And for one half, it hasn't even been close. It's Charlotte opening up a huge gap. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Charlotte Hornets.
Hey, these guys are a bunch of artists, man. You know why? They live for the paint.
Oh, that joke was weak, but their play style is Diesel approved.
I wouldn't say the joke was weak, it just needed a capper. And we've got some trades
Wow.
being made
Julius
around the league.
Randle,
Always a
Bobby Portis.
compelling story.
Wow.
You know, folks are hyped about the arrival of Julius Randle. He's a proven scorer and all-star talent, and what he did for the team last year, boy.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steal.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
They've got MP. He's out there with LaMelo Ball. Brandon Miller out there with John Allen. And it's Salon in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Fox. Following the basket by MP. And the foul called
Oh,
by MP.
come on.
That's his 5th foul.
Well, that's 5 now. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue to go at him to try to get him to foul out of this game.
Now here's Kemp. A pass to Fox. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Fox has got 13 points.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
Miller with a screen on Fox. In the corner, it's MP. Here's Salon. This one for 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And so Fox will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Let's go. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Well, I think it's
it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Here's Salon. He got 26.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Adebayo. No good on the triple.
Just made one rebound for a triple
They've
double.
gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Allen from down in the low post. It goes. He's got 8.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
It's Fox with the try. Misses in close.
Yep.
Hornets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Because you missed that physicality.
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And both free throws good for MP. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Fox against Ball. Fox, no good.
That's a triple double.
Expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
And Ball gets it to go on the instrument by MP. Ball's got 14.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Bridges outside. Pass to Kemp. Shot to stop the run. Connects from 3-point range.
3 matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Ball. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Ball's got 5 points in the quarter.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end.
Double team on Adebayo. Shoots the 3. A shot by Starks, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Well, Brad Miller.
Miller outside.
Oh.
And it's off from 3-point range. Miami's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Lays it up off the glass. 17 points in the game.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Fastest alone. Back to Ball. Lets the 3 fly. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his 3-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Now, here's Bridges. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Good team by Miller. For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some trucking and shooting from that. Yep, that one goes in there.
And that one's a competitor. He knows what his job is, and he has to be a major presence inside. He has to have the ability to score points down low.
Now, here's Fox. 19 points in the game. Fires from deep. Kemp can't hit. Hornets have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
From 15 feet away, that one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Pass to Zalone. There's Ball with the 3. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime. first half, he might have figured something out.
And here's Kemp. Shoots. A shot by Starks, no good. MP inside. He's against Bridges. And the basket by MP.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game. And he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Here's Fox. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Allen's got 11 rebounds in the game. MP. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Miami's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And the basket by MP. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for Charlotte.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting grade has come a long
Got
way.
30 yards.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Got 40. Nice Euro step right there.
Flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 19. Starts the pass to Fox. A three-pointer, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's Miller on the wing. Defended by Bridges. MP deciding where to go with it.
Nice
By
one.
Allen. Here's Samal.
Oh.
Good with the triple. Miami's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Bridges kicks to Fox. Here's Starks. Three-pointers off the mark. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. Says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. Can't get that break. Can't take any plays off. And with his speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with, no question. BA thanks. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Heat knocking down the tray. MP outside. It's Miller on the wing. Pulls it up. Nice shot from the wing. Miller's got 17.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 19. Starts right side. Over MP. And it starts that time on the assist by Fox. Starks has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, you guys know I love analytics, but I still like the mid-range, especially when he's taking the shot.
Ball with the bucket.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taking advantage of a really tired defense.
Outside, Fox. Starks against MP. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And here's Adebayo outside. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. Over the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Fox from outside. MP grabs the miss. MP's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Back to Miller. A free ball. They get the rebound. The kick out to Ball. Charlotte moving the ball around. MP from deep three-point land. Rebound by the Heat.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Starks outside for Kemp. To the middle. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Ball's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Oh, great, Miller.
Pass to Allen.
Oh, yeah.
And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
They are just killing him on the interior.
The Heat shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Adebayo down low. Defended by Allen. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Wound up there for Allen. It's stolen by Adebayo. Bridges against Ball. The wide open look here for Fox. Buries the long range jumper. Fox has got 22. And so it's MP making things happen for Charlotte after a fantastic quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. They've got Pokusevski. Moody is out there with Starks. And it's Moore in at the 2.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Trent passes to 4. MP outside. Here's Garrett. And the 3 off target. 4, that's good.
Plays like that make the coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Moore outside. Pass to Starks. Over 4. That one a little long. Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And he comes up with the deuce.
42.
MP's got 42 in the game.
Well, that's superb balance shown by MP there. Not allowing the contact to throw him off.
Now, here is Starks. Here's Rupert. There's a screen. Miami no good on that time either.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kicks it out to MP. Lets it go with a 3. Hits it from 3-point range. MP
Got 45.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
This might be 3 straight games with 50 points for me.
Pass to Starks.
And let alone a 50-point triple-double.
It's hauled in by MP. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've...
Oh, come on, are you kidding me? Where's the foul ref?
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kick out to Moore. Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And here's MP for 3.
There's 48.
And after not making any triples in the first half, that's his second since the break.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Moody's shot is off.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it.
Yeah. Oh, come on. That would have been 50 right there.
They're
I missed
deflated
it.
and unable to stop this run.
Pass to Pokusevski. They set the screen. Traps in the tray.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Garrett dishes is to 4. In the corner, it's MP. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that can be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
50. That's my 20th 50-point game of my career.
And next up on this list, Hart. And just like Hart, he's at
And the next guy that I might end up passing is my favourite player, James Harden, all time in 50-point games.
And the first one comes. And the Hornets making a change here.
Which I've got plenty of time to do it. I've got like maybe a couple of years, a couple more prime years after this one, possibly,
And both free throws good for Starks.
before I slow down.
And so MP will bring it up for Charlotte. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter.
Got 52.
He's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Starks with it. Pass to Moody. Shot, high post. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Yes, Starks.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
Come on, Wilkins.
MP outside. Wilkins wide open. And he
Let's
fires.
go.
Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
Good passing instincts from MP. You have to reward guys for getting open like that.
Starks outside. Pass to Pokusevski. To the right side. Lets it go from deep. Trains the three-pointer.
matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
MP outside. Here's the try.
It's 54.
MP's got 54 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Starts outside. Off target with the open look.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Oh, come
Performance
on.
today, guys, is really, I
I
think,
changed my shot on that one. That was the
for him
problem.
today.
To the wing on the left. For the three. And it's Ford with the rebound. Ford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Wilkins. And he uses the glass on the lane.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full.
Here's Rupert. Pass to Starks. Tries from 10. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Starks has got 4 this quarter.
Well, coach has to be ecstatic with how that trip down the floor went. They got the shot they wanted.
Wilkins setting a pick for him. 2 free throws coming.
Shooting for 55 and 56.
Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pro?
55.
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have
There's
2 or 3
56.
NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. At the pace of the game, everything happens faster. So all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Garrett looking over the floor. So on, no good. The Heat have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Here's Starks. Another shot. Oh, that's blocked. And a deep three from MP.
Oh yeah, 59.
MP's got 59 points.
This might be another 60-point triple-double for me. Wow. I've already had one against the Lakers this season.
And it's Ford with the rebound. Ford's got his 5th rebound in this one. MP.
That's the one. Oh.
No good.
When we talk about the importance of protecting the rim, right there, outstanding defense.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Allen's checked in for the Hornets. Starks.
That is incredible.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. On the basket by Starks.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest off the arc.
There's 61. Another 60-point triple-double.
Now tied for second most 60-point games. What a career he's had. My goodness. Back to Fox. Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran
There's
leadership,
63.
veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right? With the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
I'm on Salon.
Pass to Salon. On the wing Starks. Fires the three. And it's Miami with the rebound. Kemp's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Drops in the layup for 2. Starks has got 16 here in the second half.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Down low. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
More from Allen. Can pile up points without wasting possessions. Very economical.
Starks outside. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And one team is just completely outclassed.
I'm on Salon.
Tonight, spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hornets.
This was a team performing to its
There's
fullest.
65.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance from MP.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
Oh, this already got 68. Wow.
Single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Bridges gets the count. Pass to Ottawago. Just 5 on the clock. Fox against Starks. Fox, no good.
I'll rebound. And I'm going to finish off with a 68-point triple-double. And we're going to win by 71. Wow.
So it's the Hornets taking care of business
Wow.
in this one. A quarterback dominant showing in front of a crowd that